We all remember the battle cry, by the power of Grayskull. But what if every time Prince Adam transformed into He Man, he was sacrificing a piece of himself? What if that sword didn't just give power? It drained life. This is Jim Retcons Everything. In the stories we grew up with, Prince Adam is chosen. He holds the sword of power, speaks the words, and becomes the most powerful man in the universe. He Man, champion of Eternia. Defender of Castle Grayskull. But have you ever asked, why him? Why a mortal prince? With no magical lineage? No cosmic training? Because maybe he wasn't chosen. He was used. He was asked to do the things others wouldn't or couldn't do. Tasks that everyone else secretly knew were a death sentence. Every mission was a dance with death. Skeletor wasn't trying to kill He Man. He was trying to show him. Show him the futility in what he was doing. Maybe it was the bond with the sword clouding his judgment. Maybe Castle Grayskull demanded sacrifice for great power. And Adam was paying that price every single day. Each time Adam transforms, it tears at his soul. The sword draws its strength from Castle Grayskull, an ancient structure powered by the forgotten energies of prehistory. Eldritch, unstable, not meant for mortal flesh. But Adam, well, he's brave, and brave men die slowly. Because this isn't just power, it's a life force transfer. He gets stronger, but on the inside, he's rotting, just a little bit at a time. And the days, they become plodding and relentless, an endless cycle of duty, pain, and expectation. Each morning feels heavier, each transformation even more hollow. And his friends, he sees something in their eyes, wariness, pity, maybe even fear. He can't be sure anymore. Their laughter feels rehearsed, their praise thinner. And in the moments between battles, he wonders if they see him as a man or a weapon slowly breaking. Then there's Orko, the comic relief, the lovable fool. But in this retcon, Orko is the only one keeping Adam alive. Behind the scenes, he performs forbidden magic. Not tricks, not stagecraft. This is dimensional life-binding chaos energy from his homeworld. Spells so powerful, they eat away at Orko's own existence. But Orko keeps casting, because he knows. The next time Adam transforms without him, Adam dies. During a battle with a particularly powerful foe, beings from Orko's own homeworld sent to stop the forbidden magic he was using. He Man fought harder than ever. These guardians, ethereal and wrathful, had come to reclaim balance, but He Man couldn't let them take Orko. The fight was brutal. And as the last guardian fell to He Man's blade, Orko lay still. His skin had disintegrated from his body. Nothing remained but bones, and the crumpled cloak he had once worn so proudly. The cost of power had finally come due. The elders knew. The sorceress knew. Even Skeletor had known. Eventually. The sword of power was never meant to stay with one person. It was a tool, a key, a torch to be passed. But Adam held on, because Eternia needed He Man. The legend demanded it, and the elders let him burn, because the symbol was more important than the man. What if Skeletor didn't want the sword to rule? What if he wanted it to end the curse? For years, Skeletor had longed to wield the sword. Yes, he dreamed of uniting Eternia under his rule. A rule that in his mind would be just and honorable. But beneath that ambition, there was something else. Hatred. Not for Adam, but for the Council. For what they had done to his brother of Eternia. He understood the toll the sword was taking, and he was surprised that no one else noticed. He lost nearly every battle with He Man, not because he was weak, but because he had to. He couldn't bring himself to kill Adam. His battles were a message, a slow, burning warning. You're dying, Adam, and they don't care. Years pass. Adam grows weaker. He cries out, "By the power of Grayskull." But the sword flickers one last time and drains the last of Adam's life. Orko has been gone for some time, but Adam thinks he sees an after-image of him, red cloak blowing in the wind. Castle Grayskull is silent. The sounds of the council's footsteps are heard as they ascend to the large meeting room. The sword of Eternia floating in the air behind the last councilman. The last transformation for Adam was one that we all take at some point. He dies as Adam, not a hero, just a weapon past its limit. But maybe that strength was a lie, a mask worn by a dying prince, kept alive by fading magic, to fight a battle that never should have been his. This is Jim Retcons Everything, and sometimes the real story was never the one we were told. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let me know what retcon we should dive into next. And remember, nostalgia isn't always what it seems.